Well, hi there, y'all. It's Halloween and I'm dressed as Bob Ross, so I thought maybe we'd paint a little landscape here of the depths of hell, you know. I've already coated my canvas here in some of this liquid white, and I got a little red here to get us started with a background, you know. I'm just gonna start somewhere here in the middle and just add some red, you know. It can be a little chaotic, you know. It's the depths of hell. It looks a little weird sometimes, you know. You do want to get it nice and even. You don't want any blobs in here, but, you know, you can make it look a little streaky. Have a few gaps, have a few lines. That's fine. Hell is a chaotic place, so you want to make your painting a little chaotic, you know? But you don't have to worry too much. This is just the background. Just getting started here. I'm not sure if I want to go all the way to the edges with this or not. I think I will, but I might come back and paint around the edges, you know? I'm gonna leave some space here at the top. We'll go a little higher, but leave some space here at the top. Gonna add some, stalagmites, stalactites, make it look like we're in a nice fiery cave. You know what? I think we'll leave some space here at the bottom too, And you can paint this however you like. Remember, everyone has their own personal hell, you know? Make it yours. It is a tad pink. I think I might go over it with a little more red. I want a little darker red. Now I've added just a little bit of blue to this red. Make it just a little darker. You don't want too much blue. You want it to still be mostly red. Just a little bit of blue. Yeah, you can see we're starting to get some nice dark streaks in there. You don't want this too pink, you know? Pink is not a color you see in hell a whole lot. Yeah, this is a dark place, you know? Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I have no earthly idea how to clean my paintbrush, despite watching several episodes of Joy of Painting. I have ruined several brushes already. So the best method I've found is to just dip this guy in some paint thinner, really work it around, scrape it off on the edges as much as you possibly can. You want to get as much off that brush as you can. And then just take a shitload of napkins. And just really work it out. The trick here is the paint gets all up in the little bristles. So you gotta work it in. You gotta work out all of that paint. The fact of the matter is, you're never gonna get all the paint out. But you can get a lot of it out. I don't know how Bob Ross cleans his brushes in like 2 seconds on the show. There's gotta be some camera trickery there. I think I've gotten enough out to make it usable, but, it shouldn't matter too much because our next step still includes a bit of red. We're gonna take a little red, a little yellow. We're gonna make some orange. We're gonna add some flames, you know? Now, the trick with flames, you wanna start with, probably about an equal portion of red and yellow, you know? Not too much red, not too much yellow. Make it real orange. Let's just take a little orange. Start, adding some flames in here. Real orange. And the trick to this is you want to keep adding more yellow. Because as the flame goes down, you want a progressively yellower and yellower flame, you know? You don't want too much red. Up near the top, that's fine. You kind of catch in the background. It's supposed to be very orange, but as the flame goes down, you might want more and more yellow. Yeah, there we go. That's a nice fiery color, don't you think? And in fact, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this brush, or I'm going to try to, and then I'm going to go just yellow, just straight yellow onto this. There's already a lot of red there, so we don't need too much more yellow. We don't need too much more red, rather. But we're just going to add straight yellow, as much as we can. Just want to beat the devil into it, right on these guardrails here. It's not a problem. I'm not getting my deposit back. Now, while you're working on this, you might want to take a moment to comment on some things, like that this afro wig is way bigger than I thought it was going to be. Bob Ross didn't have an afro this big. His afro was pretty tame. But this is what they had at Spirit Halloween, so this is what I'm wearing. Just yellow. Just straight yellow. Yeah, and you see how that just mixes nice right into the orange and red we already got going on? Because it's all pretty wet. We haven't let this dry, and we're on a liquid white canvas, so it's real easy to mix the flame up in here. Fire to destroy all you've become. I'm very happy with how that turned out. I'm gonna kind of smooth over some of these bumps, but it's oil painting. Oil painting tends to have a lot of bumps on it, which is odd. But there you go. Look at that. We got a nice little fire going. See, you thought I was crazy before, didn't you? You thought it wasn't gonna work, but there it is. Look at that. And now, because I don't want to mix my colors too much, and be painting with mud, I'm gonna let this dry for a few hours. Bob Ross never did that, but I'm not Bob Ross. I don't know how Bob Ross did the shit he did, even though his show is specifically about telling me the shit he did. So I would like a bit of a darker brown, but I don't really have much to make it darker, so I think I'm just gonna work with the brown that I have, which is not much of a problem. I don't think it's a bad shade. Just a little lighter than I think I'd like, but that's fine, We're painting a place full of fire. This is probably pretty well lit, actually. I'm just gonna come across the bottom here like that. Right over that. It's okay if some of that red gets in there. Makes for a nice effect. Makes it look a little glowy, But you do want to put on a lot of brown. You want it to be mostly brown. A little red, that's fine. But this is supposed to be pretty brown. We're going to kind of come up into some points. Just a little stalagmites pointing out down the bottom there. Some stalagmites making it look like we're in a nice little cave here. And that's why we left so much white space down here. So that is going to help us with some of this color. Some color mixing we got going on here. We did let this dry some, so that's also going to help us out a lot. Bob Ross did not dry his stuff, so I have no idea how he layered all of this. It never makes sense to me. See, you're putting wet paint on more wet paint. Kind of gives us a nice spot to look at. Looks like we're standing over here on the rocks looking down on the flames. Maybe we're Satan. Maybe everyone's Satan. That's a nice thought, I think. Everyone's their own personal Satan. Let's not forget the top of the cave here. There we go. You gotta watch this little stub right here, because he's gonna got that holding down my canvas. I gotta pop him open and paint under him. We'll do that later. No need to worry about that right now. Now the trick here is that you kind of want to start where the brown is and paint down into the red. Otherwise, you're going to get the red going up into your brown. You really want the brown going down into the red. If you can get it, if you can make it do that. It's okay. It looks a little sloppy now, but we can come back later. Smooth it all out. Right now, we're just trying to get a basic shape going. Finish off the brown. I don't need brown for anything else right now. I can go get more brown. So blend this in like that. I want to make your stalagmites look like they're, detached from the roof of the cave. So just sort of blend them in. There we go. That's looking a lot nicer. It's a very gray ceiling. I think that looks good right now. I might come back later and paint over this. I might wait for this to dry and get it a little more brown. It's not quite as brown as I would like. It kind of looks spotty like this. I'm trying to close up some of the gaps here. This doesn't look too bad, but the reds have really, really gotten in here and made it a little messy. But that's fine. We can fix that. Alright, as you can hopefully see, I've touched it up a little bit. I've also gone out and got some black paint. Unfortunately, right now, North Texas is experiencing some near gale force winds. Luckily, it's all going that direction, so it's not very windy right here on my balcony, but it is creating a lot of noise. So I apologize for all the wind noise in the background. It's just a little windy today, you know? What I'm gonna do right now is take some brown. Take a little bit of this black. I'm gonna try to create some shadows in here, you know? Give it a little depth. That doesn't really look like I wanted it to look, you know? I'm going too far with this. But sometimes that happens. You have to take risks like that if you want to make art. I think I can live with this. Alright, now you get stalagmites up here going nice. So, you know what this hell needs? Other people. That's right. Come on. You're gonna come down here. Soul of the damned right there. Down in the flames. And you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna add another little soul right next to him. Because everyone needs a friend. Let the wind pass, because the wind is very loud today. I really wish all of the reds and the oranges were not combining with my blacks. I have no idea how Bob Ross layers shit so good. He just paints over other paint and it doesn't, like, fuck up at all. I don't know how he does it. It's fucking magic. You can mix this up. You can add as many souls as you like. What do you think this guy's sin was? Why do you think he got sent to hell? You know? I'm trying to fill it out, you know? I don't want to have too much empty space here. Because, you know, what are all these flames for if we don't got some souls down there? Let's put one last guy right over here. And just like that, you get yourself a nice little hellscape full of little damn souls. And I think that's beautiful. Now let's go watch a satanic Halloween movie.